All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and salutation to those of the hopeful elect. I just want to do a quick lesson. All right, going into how pretty much the RFID chip, which is indeed the mark of the beast, is the end of Esau, Edom. Okay, so the chip, this is like one of the last major prophecies to take place, all right, before the coming of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, all right. The mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, that's one of the last major prophecies. After that is going to be World War III, and Yahweh Shai is going to show up in the midst of World War III when those nuclear missiles go up, But here we're seeing that Esau, he's moving forward with this cashless society, all right? And in doing so, he's also moving forward with the RFID chip. There's more and more people getting implants, okay? More companies adopting the RFID chip, okay, technology, all right? Companies chipping their employees. And there was just a bill that passed that said that the bill pretty much states that the chip is not mandatory, so they're saying if you decide not to get the chip, you can still keep your job instead of losing your job, and then Esau, he also came out with this article. It says Bill Gates denies conspiracy theories that say he wants to use coronavirus vaccines to implant tracking devices, and pretty much everybody knows that the chip is the mark of the beast spoken of in Revelations. All right. So these Edomites have to do damage control. OK. And these Edomites are not going to admit their plan. They're going to try to, say that, oh, that's not what we're doing, but the whole time Esau's been pushing this cashless society and developing the RFID chip. Esau been developing the chip, for a long time. And now he's ready to roll it out. But he has to do it strategically, okay? And, the prophecy states, it says he shall make, well, actually, let me get it real quick. Okay. Revelations 13 and 16. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so it's going to come a point in time where Esau, he's going to force this chip on you, man. He's not going to, say it's a choice. Okay, right now, while everything is still so-called peaches and cream, you could still go to your job. We're in the middle of a pandemic, all right, but it's not a catastrophic one to where the whole society's broken down, okay, and everybody is out of it. And everybody don't know what to do. All right. Everything is still all good, so to speak, because you can still go and feed your family. All right. So Esau, he's not going to make people he's not going to roll out the chip right now, but he's going to do it soon because there's going to be an economic collapse and people is going to run to Esau to get the chip. Okay, and Esau, he's going to force it upon people at the same time, Let me get Revelations 12 and 12. It says, Revelations 12 and 12, therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so Esau, he has to lie, and deny the rumors because this truth, is spread all throughout the four corners of the earth. Now Esau is forced to address these rumors, man. All right, that's going around, and Esau, they know what they're going to do. The prophecy is going to be fulfilled. Okay, it's just that right now they're denying it. All right, but Esau, he's setting up FEMA camps behind the scenes. All right, he's setting up the military troops. They're already here in America. All right. And they're only going to increase. OK, as time move forward, we're going to see America become a police state. All right. as well as a third world country too. And in the midst of that, where total chaos has ensued, people's dying, that's when Esau, he's going to show his true horns. He's going to let you know, like, it's either you take the chip or you're going to take the guillotine, okay? Or you're going to get locked up in the FEMA camp, or you're going to die on the spot. And that's where it's coming to. All right, but right now, Esau, he has to rock people back to sleep, man. That's why he's denying these claims, but this prophecy is still going to be fulfilled, all right? And Esau knows that his time is running short, all right? And on top of that, when has Esau ever told any truth, okay? And you go into history, Esau, he broke over, I don't even know, man. It got to be over 100 treaties with the tribe of Gad, man. All right. So why would Esau tell you the truth about the major plan that he has to chip everybody? Okay. To put you on the Internet of Things and to get you on the cashless system. Okay. And if he wants to, he can push the button and turn off your chip. All right. Why would he tell you his master plan? Okay. Let me get Job. I think it's Job chapter 5. Oh, here it is. Job chapter 14. It says, Job chapter 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined. All right. So Esau's days are determined. All right. And the elites, they know that they're running out of time, because the fact that the prophets is exposing Esau, it just shows them that, they about to go out of power, And these Rothschilds, the rest of these elite families, they're like, we got to do something now. We got to roll this chip out now, before everybody starts catching on, which people are already catching on. It says, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So there's certain limits that the Lord gave Esau, man. Okay. Esau, he's not going to be able to be successful with his plans, because Esau plans to rule for eternity, which that's not going to happen. As soon as Esau implements the RFID chip and makes it mandatory, that's when the Lord, is going to rain those nuclear missiles on them. Okay. In World War III. So Esau, it's really your move, and Esau, he can draw this thing out. All right. But we all know that the only plan that Esau got is the RFID chip, man. That's the only plan that Esau has. Okay. Is his chip for his new world order. So I'm gonna get another precept. This is Job chapter 20. And I'm gonna start at 21. I'm gonna start at 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. All right. That means a position of difficulty, which he's in right now. And this is the reason why he has to address, people saying that he wants to implant people with a device. All right. He has to address these certain things. OK, because he's in straits because of the prophets. The men of the Lord has been prophesying about the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. OK, so I'm going to continue to read. It says, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And when you look up that word wicked, interlinear, that word there is amal, which means laborer, workman. Okay, so the deeper understanding is that all the laborers, meaning all these nations, including the nation of Israel, is going to get their hands on Esau in these last days. These other nations are going to get their hand on Esau because they're going to shoot nuclear missiles, and then after all that, the nation of Israel is going to rise into power and put Esau and the rest of these heathens in slavery. Okay, but chiefly Esau, hey man, he got the worst destruction because he's the most hated among all the nations. Let me continue to read. It says, for Salakia, it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. And says, every hand of the wicked or the worker or the laborers shall come upon him. Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, The Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So when Esau finally forces people, the masses, the people to get the chip, in a time of martial law, in a time of a real pandemic, okay, in a time of the economic collapse and all kind of people is in chaos, when the fabric of the society finally becomes broken and destroyed, that's when he's going to force it. Then Esau's actually going to be successful in chipping the majority of the world, but he's not going to get the elect, okay? Because that's when Yahushua is going to come back to save the elect and also do this, Verse 24, he shall flee from the iron weapon and the bow of steel shall strike him through. So Esau, he's going to get hit with those nuclear missiles. That's the iron weapon, man. All right. And missiles is also going to touch down on other parts of the earth. But the majority of those missiles is going to hit America, man. All right. And the only ones that's going to be delivered out of that via the chariots when Yahushua returns with the holy angels are the elect. All right. Let me get Revelations. This is Revelations chapter 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So there's going to be a point in time before Yahushua returns where the elect is going to have to suffer living in a society where a lot of people is going to be buying and selling with the mark of the beast, the RFID chip. Okay, the elect is going to somehow be preserved. Okay, whether brothers might be in the woods or whether brothers might be, in a tent somewhere. Okay, or an abandoned home, wherever the Lord is going to place, the elect, the Lord, he's going to keep the elect from taking the chip ultimately. Okay. And by doing so, the Lord is going to make sure the elect has food, water, all the necessities, to be preserved. All right. During the hour of temptation, because the hour of temptation, that's when Esau is going to be coming down the hardest, man, forcing everybody to get a chip, man. All right. So I'm going to continue to read. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, speaking of the elect, the 1/3 is going to keep the faith and the works coupled with it. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So Esau, he's going to push this chip throughout the whole earth. Okay. And China, all these other nations are going to hop on board, with this new form of technology, the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. So, the elect is scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Yahushua is going to show up to deliver the elect and make sure that the elect is cool in that day, man. All right. And hey, man, Yahushua, he's around the corner. All right. From that point on, when Esau makes the chip mandatory, So so Esau, he's going to go out of power. It may come a point in time where it may look like Esau is not going to go out of power. It's going to look like all hope is lost, but that's where the faith kicks in. Because going back in Job in 20, when you read up, let me see. Job 20 and 6, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds. Esau, he got the highest level, which is really low level technology. This shit is super flawed, but he got satellites in space, and when Esau, comes down with great wrath, it's going to look like, this man, won, That's why scripture say when he's about to fill his belly. All right. Job 20 and 6, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which seen him shall say, where is he? Okay, so that's when Yahushua is going to show it with the holy angels, man. Let me get that in Matthew's the 24th chapter. Matthew 24 and 29. Okay. It says, immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light and the stars shall fall from heaven and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. So It says immediately after the tribulation of those days. Once Esau makes the chip mandatory and World War III is completely popped off and missiles is going up in the air, it says, in those days shall the sun be darkened and the moon shall not give her light. You know, because when the missiles go up, hey, man, it's going to be a dark day, man. All right. And also Yahushua is coming back with the chariots, and the chariots is going to cover the face of the earth. All right. And block out the sun, the moon. All right. It says, and the stars shall fall from heaven and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. You know, the nuclear destruction, verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, which is the sign of the Son of Man in heaven is the so-called UFOs. All right, it's going to be an invasion. It says, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other. Okay, so that's the elect is going to be delivered, man. Those that got this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and the faith upon Yahweh Shema Shai, and the trust in the Lord, man. All right, Yahweh Shai is coming to deliver the hopeful elect, you know, and Esau, this chip is going to be the end all be all. So, you know, we got to be in the spirit of departing. You know, the scriptures say in Micah 2:10. This is Micah chapter 2:10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction. So this ain't our rest, man. Especially when Esau, you know, makes this chip mandatory. All right, that's when we completely unplug from the society, man. All right, and we deny it even into the death. All right, because if you take the RFID chip, man, that's, hey, man, Yahushua is the nuclear missiles is going to destroy you, or you're going to get hit with a laser beam from the chariots. Okay. So, you know, at that point, when Esau make the chip mandatory, you know, that's when all bets are off, man. All right. Forsake everything, you know, the house, all the electronics that you got, everything that you got, just forsake it. You know, the car, your TV, PlayStation, you know, all this stuff is carnal, man. All right. That's why the scriptures say, you know, to stack your treasures in heaven instead of carnal treasures, man. All right. Because we look for a heaven to come, and Yahweh Shai, he's going to come back to establish that upon the earth, man. All right. So Esau is going to look like Esau is going to make his win. But we know, according to prophecy, once the majority of the people of the earth is chipped, that's when the Lord is going to shoot the missiles, and Yahweh Shai is going to come back simultaneously, man. All right. And everything is going to happen in a fast pace too, man. You know, the Lord is speeding up the time for the elect. Tell you that in Matthew, the 24th chapter, except those days should be shortened. So, you know, these events is going to take place. You know, the chip could be administered by this year. By the end of this year, the chip could be made mandatory, man. You know, so we just got to continue to watch and pray. You know, I'm going to leave it off with this scripture. I'm going to close it out. This is Romans chapter 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believe. All right. So with that being said, I want to say, call halal Yahweh Shema Shai by Shem Chakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who also rule well. Peace and citation to those of the hopeful elect. Shalom and a ball.